Greetings to all the viewers of official YouTube channel of SRN International School, Jaipur. I'm Gargi Gupta, Faculty of Psychology at SRN International School, Jaipur. In this knowledge video, I will be explaining you about the topic structure and functions of neurons, which is part of chapter 3, the basis of human behavior of NCERT grade 11. So let's begin with knowing what is neuron. Neuron is the basic unit of our nervous system and are the specialized cells which possess the unique property of converting various forms of stimuli into electrical impulses and are also specialized for reception, conduction and transmission of information in the form of electrochemical signals. They receive information from sense organs or from other adjacent neurons, carry them to the central nervous system and bring motor information from the central nervous system to the motor organs. They are of many types and vary considerably in shape, size, chemical composition and function. The three fundamental components of a neuron are soma, dendrites and axon. Let's discuss about them in detail. The soma, also known as the cell body, is the main body of the nerve cell. It contains the nucleus of the cell as well as the other structures common to living cells of all types. The genetic material of the neuron is stored inside the nucleus and it becomes actively engaged during cell reproduction and protein synthesis. The soma also contains most of the cytoplasm of the neuron. Next is dendrites. Dendrites are the branch-like specialized structures emanating from the soma. They are the receiving ends of a neuron. Their function is to receive the incoming neural impulses from adjacent neurons or directly from the sense organs. On dendrites are found specialized receptors which become active when a signal arrives in electrochemical or biochemical form. The received signals are passed on to soma and then to axon so that the information is relayed to another neuron or to muscles. Another component is axon. The axon conducts the information along its length, which can be several feet in the spinal cord and less than a millimeter in the brain. At the terminal point, the axon branches into small structures called terminal buttons. These buttons have the capability of transmitting information to another neuron, gland, and muscle. Neurons generally conduct information in one direction, that is, from dendrites through soma and axon to the terminal buttons. As we have talked of the structure of neuron, now let's see what are nerves. I have observed a lot of students getting confused with neurons and nerves. So, to solve that, just remember one thing. Neurons are the basic unit of nervous system and the nerves are the collection of neurons. The conduction of information from one place to another in the nervous system is done through nerves, which are bundles of axons. Nerves are mainly of two types, sensory and motor. Sensory nerves, also called as the efferent nerves, they carry information from sense organs to central nervous system. Motor nerves, which are also called the efferent nerves, they carry information from central nervous system to muscles or glands. A motor nerve conducts neural commands which direct, control and regulates our movements and other responses. There are some mixed nerves also, but sensory and motor fibers in these nerves are separate. Now, what is nerve impulse? Nerve impulse information travel within the nervous system in the form of a nerve impulse. When stimulus energy comes into contact with receptors, electrical changes in the nerve potential start. Now, what is nerve potential? Nerve potential is a sudden change in the electrical potential of the surface of a neuron. When the stimulus energy is relatively weak, the electrical changes are so small that the nerve impulse is not generated, and we do not feel that stimulus. If the stimulus energy is relatively strong, then electrical impulses are generated and conducted towards the central nervous system. The strength of the nerve impulse does not depend on the strength of the stimulus that started the impulse. The nerve fibers work according to the all or none principle, which means that they either respond completely or do not respond at all. The strength of the nerve impulse remains constant along the nerve fiber. Now, what is synapse? The information is transmitted from one place to another within the nervous system in form of a neural impulse. A single neuron can carry a neural impulse up to a distance covered by the length of its axon. When the impulse is to be conducted to a distant part of the body, a number of neurons participate in the process. The axon tip of a preceding neuron made functional connections or synapse with dendrites of the other neuron. A neuron is never physically connected with another neuron. Rather, there is always a small gap between the two. This particular gap is known as the synaptic cleft. The neural impulse from one neuron is transmitted by a complex synaptic transmission process to another neuron. The conduction of neural impulse in the axon is electrochemical, while the nature of synaptic transmission is chemical, and these chemical substances are known as neurotransmitters. I hope with this knowledge video you were able to understand the structure and functions of neuron. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel to show your love and support. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.